Okay, quick fertility update here because I keep forgetting to make this video. So, I called the doctor on Monday, Carly Atkinson. I believe she's a nurse midwife. I'm not 100% remembering her credentials, but she does all the fertility stuff. She does, conception, she does prenatal care, she does postpartum care, she does birthing, so she does it all. I believe I said this last time, but I got her name from a friend as someone to do prenatal and postpartum care with, and then a midwife I had talked to also recommended her as someone for conception aid. So I called on Monday and left a message first. It was a non-emergent line because I didn't know if I needed to get a referral or anything from my hormone prescriber. Said hey, let me know if you need a referral, I'll give you one. So I called Monday at 9:30 and left a message, and on that line it says we'll return your call within 1 to 2 business days. So I'm thinking, okay, I won't hear anything till Wednesday. And then they called back at I want to say 1:30 when I was in the middle of my therapy session, so I couldn't answer it. But they called and were I basically was hey, my name's Liam. I'm looking to schedule an appointment with Carly Atkinson. I'm a trans man trying to conceive. We've been doing at-home inseminations for a little bit under a year using a known donor, and I'm just looking for some assistance on the next steps, basically. Was kind of what I said. And I said, I don't know if you need a referral, so just feel free to give me a call and let me know what I need. And so they called back, and the nurse left a message and was leaving a message for Liam, feel free to give us a call back, press 2 to reach the nurse's station, we'll schedule you your first appointment. So I called back. It took me a while. I think I listened to the voicemail 7 times because I was just feeling anxious about calling and talking to a real person, because it is always a little weird to call an OB place and be a man. So but it sounds they must work with trans people relatively often if this provider is known for being trans informed and queer affirming. So I suspect that they are more used to it than other places. It did suck that the place is called the Women and Children's Unit, but I was given a heads up about that. So so I set up an appointment for April 8th, which is a Tuesday. It's about 4 weeks from now. And so they had offered me March 26th, but I just couldn't finagle the work schedule around it. So my next, my current cycle and my period just ended yesterday. So my fertile window will be right before this appointment. So Kyle and I decided we'll just skip this month, see what the doctor has to say, that kind of stuff. So, because I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm sure she's going to want to do some tests on me. I don't know if she's going to want to do tests on him. Obviously we have the sperm test from last year, but I don't know if she'll want a more recent, do one this year just to see if anything's changed from last year. Those are the things that I have a lot of questions about. So we'll see what happens. I will obviously let my video diary know what happens. I've been keeping things more private lately just because the up and down of everything is really frustrating. So last year I'd kept most of my things private for the whole year, and so I'm kind of post them in real time, but keeping them private for a little while and releasing a bunch at once kind of is the vibe I'm on. So because I want to have it documented, but I don't necessarily need everybody inputting on it all the time. I will update on that in a couple weeks, I guess. And Kyle's been so great. He was because I was I'm not pregnant again, this is what I'm thinking of doing, blah blah blah. And he's I told him, I was I don't know if you're gonna have to come every time, I don't really know yet, freeze your sample, fresh samples, I don't really know. He's like, you know, I'll do whatever you need. Like, just let me know when and where, and I'll be there. And he's like, you know, because I was saying, yeah, my threshold for being off T is kind of like drying up. It's wearing out. And he's like, I can't imagine how it's been for you. Like, we'll get this done no matter what it takes. And so just having his support is so awesome, because it does get hard at times to be like, you know, why isn't this happening? What's going wrong? Oh, my car clock is still wrong. I got to change that. Anyway, I'm about to pull into my clean, so I will shut up. But, oh, the guy's not home today. Sorry, lots of information being shared. Anyhoozles, yeah, that's the update on fertility, and stay tuned.